Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be about overpriced makeup products. Now, I realize this is completely subjective, and to me, something that is overpriced is not necessarily going to be overpriced for other people. Some people may think most higher end makeup is overpriced, and some people, may have La Mer and think that it's worth every penny. So I totally get that this is subjective. Also, just because I think something is expensive and I would want to get it on sale, that also doesn't necessarily mean that I think it's overpriced. Basically, I feel like for what these products are, the brands are just charging a little bit too much. I think you get it, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the product that kind of inspired me to do this video because I just put this product in my makeup capsule for the month, and it is the Lancome Absolute Highlighter in Absolute Pesh. And I forgot that I even owned this product until I was looking through my drawers, looking for some things I had not used in a while, decided to put this in my makeup capsule. I remember that it was expensive, but I wasn't sure how much it was, and I looked it up and it is $62. That is just crazy to me. You get quite a bit of product, I will say that, and I think I did get this on some sort of sale. I think only like 15% off though, but it's just so expensive, and it's a champagne highlighter and it is pretty subtle. I did put this on today kind of as a finishing powder, which is something one of you guys suggested to me a while ago when I mentioned that I had this product, and I just wasn't too sure about it because it's not a super intense highlighter. I don't know, I don't feel like it did as good of a job as a finishing powder. I don't know, it's a loose highlighter. Honestly, $62 I think is ridiculous. I kind of regret even getting this, and the small discount that I got still really did not make this worth it. It's a nice product, but it's ridiculously priced. Also, I feel like it's weird that this is that expensive for Lancome, because I feel like a lot of their makeup products, they're kind of in that 40 something dollar, maybe $50 price range, but $62 even seems a little bit high for the brand. So I think this is a really nice loose highlighter, but the price tag is ridiculous. There's a few palettes that I will be mentioning. The first one, I actually love this palette, and it's the Urban Decay Stone Vibes, and I'm wearing a little bit of this. I'm mostly wearing the ColourPop So Jaded palette, but then I put this color Jade kind of in the center where you see that sparkle in the center of the lid. This is a beautiful palette. This is the only palette I've even purchased this year, but I got it for 50% off. And I paid, I think, $27. Full price, this is $54, which I don't know. I think it's silly, honestly. I mean, a lot of the Urban Decay palettes are kind of in the upper 40s, too close to $50. And I get that maybe this is like a special formula because it's super sparkly and intense. It did come with a brush, which I gotta say, I do use the brush. I think it's a good brush. This packaging, it's stunning. I really do love this palette, and I'm so happy that I bought it, but I'm also happy that I paid $27. I just think $54 for this is just crazy. I don't know if they're getting rid of this because it's not on Ulta anymore, and I checked the Urban Decay website and it still says that it's on sale for $27, but it's out of stock. So I don't know if they're gonna bring it back or what, but this went on sale kind of quickly after it came out, not immediately, although most Urban Decay palettes go on sale. I just think, this very, very overpriced. Again, I am so happy that I bought it, but if it had not been 50% off, I would not have purchased this. I have two Charlotte Tilbury products to talk about, and probably a lot of people overall would say that Charlotte Tilbury is overpriced. I think for luxury brands, I think a lot of their pricing actually makes sense. The Flawless Filter is $44, but you get 1 fluid ounce. I don't think that's bad at all. And some of their other products are around $40 to $50. I don't think that's crazy for a luxury brand. However, I have one of the lipsticks. This is in Bitch Perfect. It's a peachy nude. I find this formula to be so mediocre that for $34, I really expected something a bit more luxurious formula-wise. And even this packaging looks like it's fancy, but it's like plastic, and it doesn't feel luxurious at all. There's no weight to it. A lot of really luxury lipsticks have weight. Not this. This is very, very light. It looks pretty, but when you feel it in your hands, I think it feels cheap. So I know a lot of luxury brands are charging around the $30 to even $50 plus price mark for their lipsticks, but this one, I just don't think the formula is anything amazing. I mean, to me, this feels like a ColourPop lipstick, not gonna lie. I know people love these. I know people really do, and I like it, but I just don't think it's worth the $34, especially compared to some of the very luxurious, more expensive lipsticks out there. The other one is actually something I do like. It is the powder. It's the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And this is $45 for a face powder. I mean, there's a lot of face powders out there, and there are some high-end ones that are about $30 to $35 that are very good. There's also drugstore powders for $5. Again, this packaging looks fancy, but when you feel it, it's really not, in my opinion. The powder itself is good. This you hit pan on quickly. And a lot of people have said that. It took me only about 2.5 months to hit pan. It must be a very soft powder though, because there is 0.28 ounces in here, which most face powders, I looked at some of my other face powders. The Pure powder that I have, which retails for $30, also has 0.28 ounces. I have a powder from ColourPop, which has 0.19 ounces, so it's less than this. I don't know. I think if this was like $38, I think that would be more reasonable, because I get it. It's a luxury brand and the powder is nice, but the packaging, it's not as nice as it may look, and it runs out pretty quickly. Let me switch gears a little bit and talk about some brands that are not necessarily high end, but I still think they're charging too much, in my opinion. I'm gonna kind of put Pixi as a whole. These other items, I feel like just those individual items were overpriced, not the brand overall. I think Pixi as a brand is charging way too much for what they are. I know that's probably unpopular, because I know that people love Pixi. People always rave about their products, and I love their products too. I've purchased quite a few makeup products and skincare products from their line that I enjoyed. I will say their skincare is way over fragranced. It feels like I'm spraying perfume on my face. Very heavily scented. I really don't like that. A lot of their skincare products are like $20 to $25. I think brands like CeraVe or Cetaphil have better skincare than Pixi. I know, probably a bit of an unpopular opinion. This product, I actually did get this in PR from Look Fantastic last year, and I like this highlighter. This is actually one of the most hyped up products from Pixi. It's the Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise. This retails for $18, which I just think it's a little steep. I think Pixi also throws me off because it's sold in Target, so it's sitting next to e.l.f. and Maybelline and brands that are significantly less, and a lot of Pixi products are between like $16 and even $30. And this is a nice highlighter. I like it, but it's not amazing. It's not super finely milled. If they were charging $12 for this, I think that would be more reasonable. I mean, the Essence Pure Nude highlighter is $5 at the drugstore, and I think it's better than this formula-wise. So this is a pretty highlighter. I like it. Also, the packaging, it's cute. I mean, I like the green and all that, but it's not super fancy or anything. Yeah, I just think because Pixi is sold in Target with other drugstore brands and their quality is not any better. I mean, there are some e.l.f. products that are better than Pixi. So, okay, I know I've been on a bit of a tirade about Pixi. I do like it, but I think as a whole, the brand is charging way too much. Also, Kylie Cosmetics. Now, this was a free gift with purchase from Ulta a while ago. This is the highlighter in Ice Me Out. And the only other stuff I bought from Kylie was on Black Friday 2 years ago, where I got a lipstick and a blush and one other thing for super, super cheap from Ulta. I just kind of wanted to try the brand, see what the hype was about. And I actually like the lipstick and the blush and the highlighter. This is actually a very, very pretty highlighter. But this retails for $20, and Kylie, as a lot of people have said, that it seems very similar to ColourPop, and they may even be manufactured in the same place. I don't know, they're just charging way more than ColourPop for nearly identical products. So I like this highlighter, but you know, again, if it was $12, I think that would make more sense. This packaging is definitely not fancy or luxurious. It's like this cheapy kind of plastic. I do like the baby pink color, but I mean, it just says Kylie on it. I don't know. This is not fancy. I would not have gone out and bought this, but you know, it was a free gift with purchase and I like it, but $20 for Kylie Cosmetics, and some of the eyeshadow palettes by Kylie are 40 something dollars, which, I mean, come on, BH Cosmetics palettes are $16 to $18. And from what I've seen, the formula on the Kylie palettes seem pretty hit or miss. So I just think that brand on a whole, no, totally overpriced. This next item, I realize that this is a luxury makeup brand, but this Tom Ford quad, they charge $88 for their quads. I think that's just a bit much. I do like this one. This is in Nude Dip. I've talked about this before on my channel. I actually did get this at a CCO, so I only paid about $33 for it, and it's great. I love this formula, especially the fact that I got it for $33 is fantastic. The packaging is nice. It's very, very beautiful. This kind of like burgundy brown with the gold. The packaging is nice and the formula is good. However, I don't know. It's interesting because some of these Tom Ford prices, like their bronzer is like $100. I get it's a luxury brand, but if you think about other like fashion house brands like YSL or Chanel, their clothes and handbags cost thousands of dollars. You know, their sunglasses are like $500. The makeup by YSL and Chanel is expensive. It's like at that $50 to $60 mark. But Tom Ford is like way above that. You know, I mean, they can charge whatever they want. I can't, you know, tell makeup companies what to charge, but I just think it's weird that these quads are $88 and Chanel quads are like, I don't know, I think they're 50 something dollars, maybe 60, but way less. I mean, personally, if Tom Ford was charging like $65 for this, I would say, yeah, that's reasonable. It's a luxury brand. It's a big fashion house. I get it. But $88, too much. This highlighter, I know I have talked about before on my channel. It is by Elsie Cosmetics. It is in Pearly Glaze. It's a champagne highlighter. It's pretty, it really is. This is $34, and I'm gonna say this is overpriced because it's not that finely milled. The formula is not amazing. This packaging is also similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, where it looks all like super pretty and shiny, but it's cheap plastic when you actually like feel it in your hands. It doesn't feel as expensive as it kind of looks online. When you see it online, you're like, ooh, this like beautiful gold packaging, but in person, it feels pretty cheap. You do get a lot of product in here. I mean, I'll give them that, but I don't know. I think formula and packaging are really not making the $34 justified to me. All right, I have 3 more products that I want to talk about. They're all eyeshadow palettes. This Ofra palette, this is the signature palette in Galaxy. So they have these signature palettes that are 5-pan palettes and they retail for $32. I think $32 for 5 eyeshadows from Ofra, I think is just, it doesn't really make sense because they have the glitch palettes, which are 9-pan palettes that are $29. What? Why is this so much more? I mean, this has a mirror. I will say that the glitch palettes are cardboard and this is plastic. And the center shade is one of their highlighters, so you can use it on your eyes or as a highlighter. I don't know. I'm confused. Honestly, I'm confused why they're charging so much for 5 eyeshadows when their other palettes are less expensive for 9 eyeshadows. They lost me on that one, Ofra. And the thing is, well, I didn't pay $32 for this. I got this for 50% off, and it's still, this one in particular is still on sale on the Ofra website for $15, which is how much I paid for it. But also, I don't think this formula is as good. I think the glitch palettes, which I own 3 of those different glitch palettes, those are better. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't really understand. Why is this so much more expensive other than that it's plastic packaging, not cardboard? In my opinion, the formula is not as good. I don't know, Ofra kind of lost me on this one. All right, this is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I absolutely love it, and it is the Sigma Untamed palette. However, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I think that Sigma charging $49 for an eyeshadow palette, way overpriced. Now, this is a good formula. I really do like it. You do also get a double-ended brush with it, which is a good brush. I don't know, but there's just something about that this is $49, more than an Anastasia palette, more than a lot of other higher end brands that are charging like 40 to 45. I consider Sigma an influencer kind of online brand. They do have stores now, but I mean, I hate to say it because I really don't like Morphe, but Sigma was kind of Morphe before there was Morphe. It just is what it is. It's a brand that was made popular online by influencers, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I just think $49 for the brand is too much, even though this is a really good formula. And they have improved their formula, because I will say I bought a Sigma palette kind of in the beginning stages of Sigma, like it was a while ago. I think it was like 6 years ago or something. It was a chalky disaster. It was one of the worst palettes I've ever purchased in my life. So they've come a long way. I'll give them that. I think it's a little bit weird that they charge more than ABH for their palettes. All right, the last item that I'm going to talk about is this one by Natasha Denona. Now, I am not including anything else from Natasha Denona in this video because I think even her $129 palettes or $65 palettes, even though I think they're expensive and I would rather get them on sale, I don't think she's overcharging for what they are. I mean, her quality is very good. She has great packaging. She's a professional makeup artist. Same with Pat McGrath. I don't think Pat McGrath is overcharging at all. Again, makeup artist. Her products are very good quality, really creative and innovative. But this one item from Natasha Denona, I don't know. I basically regret getting this. This is the purple and blue palette, and this is $239. And I bought the bundle with this one and the green and brown. I know I've talked about this a lot on my channel. It's kind of a big regret for me, honestly. It was a lot of money for me to spend. So I technically paid $155 for this, which is still crazy. And okay, I get it, because she has smaller palettes, like the Star palette is $169. Her 5-pan palettes are $50. So if you count, you know, price per eyeshadow, it probably makes sense. I don't know, I'm not going to do the math, but $239 for one palette, it's beyond me. The fact that I even paid $155, I don't know. I also a bit of an unpopular opinion, I don't think this one is that amazing quality-wise. It's very good, but I actually think that the formula on the green brown palette is better than this one. So I don't regret getting that one as much as this one, but I don't know. I just think with how she has the $65 palettes and the $129 palettes, which I own several of those, and I think they're fantastic, great quality, love her formula, but I guess I don't care how many grams or how many eyeshadows. I think $239 is just too much for this. Alrighty, that is it for this video. I feel like I've ranted and raved a little bit, but you know, I just think some of these products, for what they are, they're charging too much. And luckily, most of these products I did buy on sale. I would not have paid full price. This one, I will say, even I probably paid like 50 something dollars. That's still too much. I shouldn't have gotten that. That's my own fault. But you know, like the Urban Decay palette, the fact that I got that for $27 and I love that palette. And same with the Sigma palette. I didn't mention, I have two Sigma palettes. I got them on sale for either 30 or 40% off, and they have sales fairly often, but $49, my opinion, too much for that. So yeah, that is it for this video. Please let us know what you consider overpriced. Obviously, this is very, very subjective. And in the beginning, I mentioned La Mer. I'm kind of curious to try something from La Mer just to see, but it's just so expensive. It's, you know, a little bit out of my price range, but who knows, maybe one day I will try it out. That is it for this video. Let us know what you think about some overpriced makeup products. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.